Hey, Book Talk. So, I have some Onyx Storm thoughts. I am not done with the book. I am on page 364, but I started writing like some predictions and stuff down last night. So, I just wanted to talk about some of them. And I'm planning to finish the book hopefully right after this because I think I have about 200 pages left. So, let's jump right into it. The first thing that I made a note of was I think I was on like page 182 and I was like cracking up and I was like, this book has no fucking right to be as funny as it is. Like, there are parts of this book that are like laugh out loud hilarious. Like, I'm so glad that we're getting to see more of the side characters, like the development of Riddick, and we're seeing a little bit more of Garrick as well. Like, I just really loving that part of this book. So this next part of the video is going to have some spoilers for the rest of the Empyrean series. Obviously not the end of this book because I haven't gotten there yet, but I have a couple of theories about what's going to happen. I know that this book is going to be devastating. I've seen people saying that it caused them to go into like a huge romantasy slump. In my video that I posted crying about Iron Flame, people were like, if you're crying now, just you wait. So I know that obviously we're not going to get a happy ending at the end of this book. So I've had a couple of different theories. One is Garrick and Riddick have both almost died already. Um, so I'm wondering if they are going to actually kill one of them off. Like, we're thinking like, oh, oh, they almost died, like they should be safe now because they already had a near death experience, but maybe Rebecca Yarros is going to kill them off. I think one of my other theories was that they were going to come back to the continent and everybody was going to be dead, which, because I got to page 364, I know that that is not the case. Another one of my theories as well was that the Venom were going to follow them off the continent to try to get to Violet. That was also not the case, although we do know that Theophany knows that Theophany, I don't know how you say her name, but she knows that they were gone somehow. I'm guessing that she has some connection to Xaden somehow now that he has channeled from the Earth. Some of my other theories, I think the most obvious theory would be that Xaden becomes fully Venom and that is where the book is going to end. I personally think that it's going to be a little bit more likely that something kind of adjacent to that happens, where maybe he starts to turn, but then Violet channels so that the Venom will somehow like give him up and take her instead. I think that's maybe one of my strongest theories. I do also have a theory that the Irids talk to Andarna about like, you gave your human this power. Violet doesn't know what the power is yet. I think Violet might have the power of resurrection from Andarna, and maybe Xaden is going to die and Violet is going to try to bring him back. Or if that isn't revealed in this book, maybe Violet will try to bring him back in the next book. And that's why everybody's so sad, because they think that he's dead. I don't know. I have a couple more theories, but I need to look at my notes. So, a couple more theories that I have. So, one is that Dane is going to die as like the completion of his redemption arc. I definitely think that that could be very possible. Him like sacrificing himself to save either Violet or Xaden or somebody else from like Quest Squad or their like main squad. I think that is definitely a possibility. I think it's also a possibility that both Xaden and Violet will turn Venom, and we'll have to be dealing with that for the next couple of books. I also think, and this personally would be the most devastating to me, like, I love all the characters, and I feel like I could kind of come back from things happening with other characters, but this next theory I think would actually kill me, and that would be if the dragons choose their own kind over their writers. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in this book and the other books that has kind of hinted at the fact that, like, the dragons do have their own community, they do have their own stuff going on. So would Tarn and Andarna choose, or even Sigale, would they choose their own kind over Xaden and Violet? You know, would they choose their own kind and maybe let one of the others die, or like betray them in some way? I don't know, but I think especially with the way that Tarn has kind of reacted to Xaden having the issues with the venom and channeling and possibly becoming one is maybe an indicator that something like that is going to happen. And if that's the case, I'm going to throw this book at the wall. But anyway, those are my theories. I just wanted to film and get this posted before finishing this book. So thank you for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. I hope that you'll join me for my final review after I've finished this. Thanks for watching. Bye.